Be Saturday, the Paradigm Shift episode 21! Woo! It's getting strange right now in the best way possible. I'm on fire this morning, can't be stopped. Oh, look who it is. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you. Jesse, Silas, Experience. You're up nice and early. It's fantastic. Allison in the house. Woo! Wee! Yup, everybody's out today. It's going to be fun. Real fun. Big Bad David Meltzer, the articulate alligator, the legend himself, the spiritual starfish, the ferocious Buddha. Yep. I see you, Big Dave. Real weird. Bring it on, popcorn ready. Y'all know the drill.
Woo!
Wee! There he is.
I like the wee woo. You got the crutches going. Great to see you in person last week, my friend.
It doesn't get better than that, Dave. You know how much I love you. Give you a big fat hug in the Big Apple. Awesome. So special.
Thank you, man. We're in Indy today at summer camp, and I got to send you the video. I'm doing Meltzer Island. So we got 2 weeks right by Nectar Island, a huge mastermind, greatest minds joining me. So very, very excited. Been here in Indy at summer camp, meeting my friend Brian, the head of the NFL referees, and Patrick Bet David and Scott Duffy in the house, Steve Sims yesterday. So we're doing, and I got to move my dog. I saw Angelo Pizzo yesterday, Craig. He's one of my favorite writers, directors, producers of all time. He did Rudy and Hoosiers and All-American. I know a lot of you young guys don't know those, but those are probably the best movies you'll ever see.
Yeah, it's awesome. First of all, congratulations on Meltzer Island. That's fantastic. But also, I just wanted to acknowledge you for a second. I see as you continue to build these communities, when you travel doing the meetups, they're growing, and it's awesome, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, even in the rain, man. People, 30, 40, even 50 people show up in the rain. And it's so much fun just to see people in person. I like doing the videos, but, man, to meet people in person and feel them and the emotions that they have, they break down in excitement and tell their stories and share their stories of how, this is working. We're impacting others to impact others, empowering others to empower others, elevating others to elevate others.
That's it. You're on fire. I see Big Zion on here. We're going to get you on in 2 minutes. We're going to get going right now. Let's get a little weird. You ready for me, Big Dave?
I am ready for you. Jakey Bakey says hi.
Jakey Bakey, how you doing, pal? He's up nice and early. Woo!
Wee!
The audience needs to hear this in a big way today. Talk about your do-it-now philosophy.
You know what? 100% of the things you do now get done, but you can't get anything done now unless you know your what, your who, and your how. And so in order to get things done now, you've got to be able to have a process of prioritization of what your values are to determine what is important to you, allowing yourself to find who you can help and who can help you, and the how. See, when you do things now, you save at minimum twice as much time, because when you don't do something, you obviously have to take twice the time in order to do it. And then 2, statistical success comes with doing things now, because the biggest resistance that people have to doing things now is not doing them and forgetting them, because our minds and our senses are weak and we're constantly forgetting things and we're not doing them now. So stay present, do it now. 100% of the things you do now get done. The difference between profitable, passionate, and purposeful people is people who get things done have it. People that don't.
Yeah, and also that's a little bit like in correlation with integrity, right? You say you're going to do something, do it now. You don't have to worry about letting it, pass you by, whatever the case may be. I think that's so important. I'll ask you one more, and we'll bring Big Z on. You talk about it, and I saw specifically this week, and I think a lot of people need help with this or they're struggling with it. You might be one push away, just one, from achieving your potential. Some people quit right before that.
Yeah, well, first of all, my favorite poem, everyone has to look it up. And if you want to email me, I'll send it to you. But it's Don't Quit. And it basically talks about how things compound in interest, accelerate, and grow upon themselves. And you may feel that you're 25% of the way there, but, in the next segment, you'll be 50, then 100. So what does that mean? That last push is 50% of the result, like a bamboo strand, right? It takes so long for it to grow under the earth. Once it breaks through, right? Once it breaks through, it grows like hemp. I mean, it grows like wildfire. It's crazy how fast bamboo will grow, but it takes 95% of the time to allow it to break through. And the reason is, remember this, when things get toughest, if you're a blade of grass, you're growing, soft dirt, moist dirt. And what happens when you get right to the top when you're about to break through? Hard, granite, rock, the surface, right before you're going to break through, is always toughest. Remember, that last push will get you 50% of the way. So make it.
The bodacious bamboo is on fire today. Woo! We're going to bring on Big Z. You ready for him?
I'm ready for the Zach Mack attack.
Let's get him on.
Zion!
This is going to be fun.
This kid's awesome, by the way.
I know. I'm a big fan.
He makes me look lazy.
No one can make me.
Oh, yeah.
What's good?
Zion!
How are you gentlemen doing today?
Good morning,
We are
brother.
doing great, man. We are. I was saying that you make me look lazy. That's how consistent and persistent you are.
Yes, sir. You know, I love what I do, and I have a passion for fighting and track and field. You know, I'm one of the best top guys in it, and, you know, I love what like I said, I love what I do, and I love moving fast. I love fighting. I love the adrenaline I get from it, you know.
Zion, let me just say, this is the first time you and I are connecting here today, and I'm so glad that Dave introduced us. I'm a huge fan of what you got going on. I have a feeling this is just the beginning of a relationship. I'm super excited for the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Dave, bamboo, give this man the introduction he deserves.
Well, man, this guy emulates the consistent, persistent pursuit of his potential, but he's learned, even though he has struggled from a childhood disease where he has his own challenges, I always say his limitations are on the outside because he has no limitations on the inside. He gives meaning to everything he sees. He is a championship wrestler. He is a track and field star, which I find just an anomaly of a unconnected type of athleticism, which has never been paralleled by any. And I've been around athletes my entire career. I don't know anyone that is both a track and field star and a wrestler. So he has an incredible heart and mind, but his soul exceeds even past there. He's written a brand new book, which everybody has to go get, which I'll let him talk about. So he is now an author, inspirational speaker, and a big brand himself. And it's always an honor to be with him because, you know, there's certain people that feed me, and Zion feeds me, man. You got to feed the people that feed you, and he feeds me with so much inspiration and aspiration. Thank you, Z.
Yeah, no
and
problem.
Netflix, right?
Yes, sir. I have a documentary on Netflix. It's been 3 years now. About 3 years ago. It's been 3 years, just a couple days ago, that it came out. It's one of the longest running short documentaries on Netflix, up to date.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to dive right in. Zion, one thing that you talk about often, which I absolutely love, and it's so perfect for the audience here today, is no excuses. But a lot of people say that as like an inspirational mantra. For you, it's a lifestyle. Talk about
that. No excuses, man. I mean, first things first, you know, I got it tatted right on my back, so it's kind of hard to escape it every day already, you know. But no excuses is really holding yourself accountable, getting up out of bed every day, making your bed, like doing the small things to make yourself feel successful, doing the small things.
I make your bed.
I'm just giving an example.
That's great.
Okay.
Real life happens on IG Live every day.
The best.
Every day.
All right, baby. But all right, so but no excuses. You know, it really is a lifestyle and how you hold yourself accountable for your actions, whatever you take, whether they're good, whether they're bad, whether they're neutral. You know, with no excuses, most people find a way to make an excuse to not complete that task that they had set for themselves at the beginning of that day, to not complete the mission that they've been working so hard for. Because I was listening to you guys. Some people quit right before the finish line, and usually when those people quit, in my eyes, when they quit, they're making an excuse for themselves. When in all reality, they don't even know how close to the finish line that they are.
Ooh, he's got nuggets today, Big Dave.
Oh, he has a lot of heart, and you know, you don't look behind you either. And one of the things that Zion has been able to do is to continue to look forward. Not everything has gone his way, although he's a championship Paralympian as well. But, you know, Zion, what do you do when, you know, life hits you in the face, right? And as Mike Tyson, who was with last weekend, right? He says, you don't know what you're going to do till you're hit in the face. What do you do when you're getting hit in the face?
I hit right back.
I mean,
You know,
Craig would like that.
But seriously though, when life really starts to throw like some curveballs at you, man, all you got to do is just embrace the storm and just stay strong and sturdy, because you know that storm's not going to last forever, and you got to work hard enough to come through on top, and you got to work hard enough to not even let something like that get you down. Because there have been times in my life where I've been real like knocked down with whether it's like pressure, whether it's stress, whether it's people relying on you to complete a very big task. And sometimes you don't always, sometimes you might fail, and sometimes you might come short to that goal, even if you are working your hardest, but that's just part of life.
100%.
And when
hey, Z, I have a question. You know,
yeah.
I mentor a lot of young people, and as much as we want to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun, one of the things that I've found, you know, really shifts the mindset that puts young people back is their relationship with the intimate other. So it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I you know, and I have 3 daughters myself. You know, they're 22, 20, and 17. Just stay away from them, Z. I can see those eyes right now. No, anyway. Look at that smirk. So, but no, seriously, you know, as a mentor,
that was coach, confused, huh? But no, what were you saying?
As a mentor or coach, how can I help young people, because they get so thrown off with their personal relationships, usually with a girlfriend or a boyfriend? I get so many kids that are so on track, and then their girlfriend will break up with them, or their boyfriend will break up with them, and it's like literal suicidal watch. You know, and I'm like, whoa, where's the person I'm coaching that was about to, you know, achieve their potential? They're right there. And then this one little relationship, in my perspective, being 53, throws everything off. How have you been able to help yourself and others with those close relationships that don't work out the way you think they're going to?
Okay, so first off, I've had friends where I've had to end relationships with that, you know, you might have known them your entire life, and then they might not be who you think they are. But then there's people like my girlfriend who I've came across. My girlfriend that I came across, you know, and when I met her, she was real genuine, and she, you know, didn't treat me like I was that quote unquote guy with no legs, because that's what a lot of people look at me as.
I'm so short, people wonder if I have legs.
Yeah. But like, let's see it. But like my girl, she was really able to, not even able, but she has a kind soul and such a beautiful heart, where she doesn't see the differences, and she just looks past that and sees me for who I really am. And most people, when it comes to relationships, if that person isn't like that for you, then it's probably not your person, you know? Not saying to just sever that relationship, because sometimes you might be better off as just a really good friend than a significant other. But in my case, my girl is better as a significant other than just my friend, because I feel the love from her, and I love her just as equally, you know? And she really means the world to me, and she really helps me stay focused and achieve my dreams, and really gives me that support. And it's just like who you are, who you put yourself around, man. My mom used to tell me that day in, day out, because I might not have ran with the best crowd right off rip. And, you know, what she said spoke a lot of truth. If you ever meet my girl, which I would love you to, I feel like we feed off of each other. You know what I mean?
Feed those that feed you. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Those that feed you. And she gets nothing but her unconditional love and support. And what I can do is just work hard to give it right back.
I love that. Dave, it's a great question that you asked, and it's so important. I think everyone's definitely going through this. So, and I had to ask you, brother, because number one, preparation breeds confidence, and also I'm a fan, and I was doing some homework, and I saw back a little bit back in the day when you may be looking for a source of inspiration, you saw your sister Indonesia jump 18 and a half feet, breaking the all-time record.
Yeah.
How did that moment specifically inspire you?
Oh man, watching my sister do that is like the sole reason why I joined track and field in general. I remember I was a junior in high school, she was a senior, and she had torn her MCL before her very last jump. And no one really knew what was going to happen. You know, I was there, my mom was there, my uncles were there. We're all supporting my sister. And we're just thinking, we're just yelling like, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. And next thing you know, with a torn MCL, she jumps 18.5 and a half feet, shattering the state record.
That's crazy.
Place, just completely dominated with that last jump. And then after that, I was just like, man, like my family's real cool, you know, like my family really has what it takes to be champions in their own right. And I'm thinking like, this is my family. Why can't I do it, you know? And I worked really hard for it over the next year. And even that next year, I didn't join track until the start of the season the next year. But for about 2 months, I just kept thinking of what my sister did. And I just kept pushing myself each day to get faster and faster. And then next thing you know, I ended up becoming a 2-time state champ and a 4-time placer.
Yes, you did.
That's awesome.
Dave,
what do you got? Yes, sir.
For the gem?
Say it one more time.
You want to leave the audience with an unbelievable, priceless gem for the weekend?
Oh, yeah. For especially now, looking at my friend Zion, and I'm just so proud of you. And I love the fact that my family is really cool. And I think people have to look to find the superpowers, especially in our family, those people that are closest to you. Find the light, the love, and the lessons in everyone. Don't look in people for what you don't want, because you'll end up getting exactly that. Look for all the superpowers in everyone, especially those people closest to us, genetically related to us. Look for the patterns of where your superpowers lie. One of the problems, Craig and Zion, of when we have superpowers is we take them for granted. And I've been going all week about, hey, don't take for granted what other people are wishing for. But the problem is we're not always aware of our superpowers because they're so easy for us, right? Like Zion's sister can jump way farther than you and I, and in her mind is easy. But what we want to look for is when people are telling us, wow, how'd you do that? Whoa, you're really good at that. Listen to other people to key you off on what your energetics and genetics are telling you, the inner being, that, you know, quantum being that you are. So many times they go amiss. People don't think how powerful them and their families are because they just do it easy. And they think if it's easy, it couldn't be a superpower. No, do not take for granted what other people are wishing for. Look within yourself. Listen to others to find out what you do easy may just be something that is very valuable to everybody else. Remember, everyone, I'm going to jump. I'm so proud of both of you guys. But most importantly, be kind to your future self. Do good deeds. We'll see you next week on The Paradigm Shift.
Love you.
Zion, love you guys. Take care, Z.
Tell the audience real quick. Dave, have a great weekend. I love you, buddy. Zion, tell the audience real quick where they can find you, how they can support you, and also the brand new book.
Awesome. So if you click on my Instagram handle through my account, you should be able to find all the links to the book and where you can buy the book. But also, if you want to order the book off of Amazon, Indigo, Target, or if you just go into any of your local bookstores, a lot of them have been picking up my book. Thank you. A lot of them have been picking up my book. So it should be very easy to access it in general, especially in the US, the UK, and Canada.
What's it called?
It's called Zion Unmatched. It's a it's a photo expose that really that doesn't per se goes into detail with my life, but drops a lot of motivation, more so for the kids. My girl just came in clutch, hand me the book on cue. You know, this book right here, I targeted the more younger audience for it, because kids, they're our future, and you want to be able to motivate them. You want to be able to teach them also how people can be different, how they might be different, but they're just like you at the same time. And with this book, I want to start creating a more inclusive world. And I've worked with people along the way that really inspired me to make this the first book too. Shout out to Shane's Play. That's a big company in Los Angeles, and they have acres of land that's just a giant, massive, oversized playground for kids and for disabled kids. And so, like, regular kids and disabled kids, they can come together and play together, so everybody can still be included. Henceforth, being inclusive. And I feel like this book really speaks volume for that. That's why I'm so excited. And fun fact, this is the #1 selling book on Amazon right now, and I'm in the top 100 books in the world currently.
No surprise there. You're such an inspiration, brother. I'm so happy that Dave introduced us. I'd love to continue with you further and connect and build a relationship. We're going to over-deliver for the audience. We're going to leave them with this one final gem for the weekend. Something you talk about, which I absolutely love. Just iterate for a second. Being courageous enough to take risks in life.
Oh, okay. I like that. So when it comes to being courageous and taking risks, first thing you should feel before you take a risk is fear, which is crazy to say, but to me, if what you're doing and what you're dreaming about isn't big, it's not big enough or grand enough if it doesn't scare you, if it doesn't startle you, you know? And with in my case, wrestling and doing track and field, I used to be terrible at both of them, by the way, like extremely terrible. And I was always scared that I'm never gonna be able to be fast enough. I'm never gonna be able to be strong enough, technical enough. But, you know, with that fear comes motivation. You're either going to break from it or you're going to excel with it. In my case, I ended up excelling and turning that fear into strength, and that strength into positivity, and that positivity into motivation. And with if you're not scared of what you're doing, then you're probably doing the wrong thing. Because if you're doing something and right off rip it's just easy and you're comfortable and you're in your comfort zone, you're not gonna get any better than that.
No, that's awesome.
So why not just jump off the deep end? You know, why not?
Not to sound too cliche, but you know, we only get one shot at this thing called life. We don't know how much time we have. Take that shot. You'll never regret taking the shot, but chances are you'll regret not taking it. Every
time. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take every time.
I love that quote. And again, thank you for your time today, brother. This was so much fun. I'm excited to build a relationship. Keep on flying. Yes, I'm excited to continue to watch you kick some ass, and I can't wait to read the book myself, brother. Have an unbelievable weekend, Zion.
Yes, sir. You too.
Take care, buddy.
Yep. Bye.
That was so much fun, guys. He's a big fan of Zion's. If you're not already following him, what are you waiting for? He's a true inspiration. What do you do to adversity? When they punch you in the face, you punch it right back. It's probably my favorite line of the weekend. What's up, Nicole? Yeah, everybody's on here tonight. Jesse, Alex. Yes, love it all. Joannica. We're going to end it with this, guys. It's something that I talked about yesterday real quick on Transparency Hour. It's as follows. Be afraid of being good. Let the thought of being good destroy you. Why? Because we want to be absolutely great. We want to leave a legacy. We want to put a dent in this universe. We want to do something special. Every single one of you on here today that are joining this conversation, you're here because you're like-minded. You want to do great stuff. You want to manufacture magic. You want to put a dent in the universe, like I said. Be afraid of being good and be extraordinary. Every single person is worthy of doing something epic in this world. But you got to take that calculated risk. As my man Zion said, have the courage to take that shot. The Paradigm Shift, episode 21 is in the books. If you're not already in the texting community, text that number below. And if you want to be a guest on Transparency Hour on Fridays, text us the word vulnerability. Have an unbelievable weekend. What's up, Carrie C. Hoops? Everybody get nuts this weekend. Sharpen the act. Do something that's going to set yourself forward. Enjoy yourself. Life is great. Feel grateful. Be blessed. And keep doing your thing. All of you. I love you.